Craig Throne, General Manager for Patagonia Footwear. And what I want to do is just introduce the videos that you're about to have a look at. What we did is we went out to Asia, and really with this project in mind, we looked at the factories, the tanning that's going on, and really the partners that we work with to see really are they performing as we want them to, and are we sourcing things the way we want to. I think what we found is that we're doing a lot of things very well. We've chosen some excellent suppliers. In Prime Asia, we really are working with a tanner that is committed to bringing, I would say, Western standards to China and really not exporting their problems. And that's something we wanted to achieve in sourcing our footwear. I think we've found good partners in our outsole providers using natural latex that we're sourcing from Skywalk. And that's really moved us away from relying on petroleum as the basis for our outsoles. And really some of the production techniques that we're doing really are helping reduce the impact on the environment and also on the social requirements in the factories. But if those are the positives, I think I also want to highlight there's a lot of things we aren't doing well. And that's really what we need to focus on. You know, what are the things that we can make major steps on? Some of them are short-term and some of them are long-term. And I think some of the short-term solutions that I think this trip really opened my eyes to is that we really need to get a lot more serious on how we consider, for example, the packaging that we use. You know, footwear uses an awful lot of packaging, and we really need to do a better job at cutting down the amount of packaging that we use to protect our product as we ship it across the ocean. We use an awful lot of different leathers in the production of our shoes. And that's a big problem because it's almost like putting a single plate into a dishwasher machine. You know, the kind of waste that you generate through the water that's used in the tanning process is huge and colossal. And we have to think about the leathers we're sourcing and what we're doing to try and cut down on that. If those are some of the short-term solutions, it's really the big long-term solutions that we need to start really focusing on. And I think a lot of that's around the supply chain. We're not doing enough at the moment to influence and impact on the supply chain to cut down on waste. So we really need to try and bring the tanning industry, I would say, into the 21st century. And rather than be choosing between the lesser of different evils when it comes to tanning leather, you know, looking at solutions which really change the way that leather is used in shoes and maybe also the materials that are traditionally used in the production of footwear. I think a final one that for me I want us to focus on, and that's how do we take solvent use out of footwear. There's a lot of talk of using water-based solvents, and those are positive steps, and we're doing a lot of that. But if you're working in a factory, the job I least want is the one that's applying glue to the outsoles of products. And it's not just an environmental impact, the use of solvents, but it's an impact on the workers' rights and their environment within they operate. So I think those are the kind of things that really opened my eyes on this trip, and I hope we can focus on, and we will focus on going forward. You know, we have some work to do. And I guess that's my concluding comment. You know, we've taken some small steps to what I think is improving the environmental, or reduce the environmental impact of shoes. But we need to take a much bigger step, and that requires us to do some things that we aren't doing currently.